Yay! All right, guys, welcome to another Monday motivational Zoom. And first and foremost, I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. And as we start gearing up for the new year, this is the perfect time for us to do vision boards, talk about vision boards. I want to give you guys some ideas to kind of brainstorm a little bit for creating your vision board that's realistic, but also effective and obtainable, because that's something that you definitely want to do. You don't want to put stuff that's on there so far fetched that you might not be able to accomplish them throughout the year, creating like some short term, like long-term goals as well. And then also thinking about the future, beyond that year, but kind of like a stepping stone. But as everybody knows, today was, the Ultimate Thriver, the beginning of registration. So I know there's been a lot of confusion and support tickets that have gone in and people trying to get clarification of best way to get that done. And Jackie, you can, from what I can get out of it, and from my understanding, is if somebody orders this month, okay, they'll have to have an auto ship set up for January, February, and March. But if they order in January, they still need to make sure they have their picture submitted and all the stuff submitted. And then they will have, if they order in January, as long as they have their auto ship set up, it will run then, and they order in January, then it'll run in February and March. So as long as they place their order, and then the auto ship will run, they just have to make sure it's set up when they place their order, then it will run in February, March. But if they place their order this month, they have to have the auto ship set up for January, February, March. Okay.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Doesn't the auto ship have to be at least 150? Yes. Yes. So it's the same across the board. Some of you guys have been here for the Ultimate Thriver. Some of you guys have not. Now, with that said, the auto shipment does not have to have the 3 steps. While I would highly recommend it, it just has to be the 150. It does not have to have the 3 steps in it. It just has to be the 150 qualification. So I'm going to repeat it. If they place their order, they still have to register. They still have to take their picture. They still have to fill out all of that stuff. Okay. But their auto ship, if they order in December, they have to set their auto ship up to run January, February, and March. Okay. If they order in January, again, they have to have all the other stuff filled out. All right. Their picture and the information filled out. If they order in January, and they set up their auto ship, it will run in February and March. And the reason for that is that customers cannot register and sign up for their auto ship to run without placing an order. They have to place an order. Okay. So I hope that clarifies. Jackie, I said that correctly, right? Because I feel like today I've had it asked so many different ways and I just keep on repeating myself the same way. Because I'm like, this is how I've always seen it. This is how I've always understood it. But sometimes people can ask and the clarification can come back a little wordy. But I just am hoping I'm getting straight to the point and making that very clear for everybody.
Yes, existing customers, you either run an auto ship January, February, March on any of those dates, or if you're brand spanking new, which I don't know exactly how this works because registration, I mean, it technically begins on January, but I don't know, you have to have your picture up by, what is it, the 4th?
Mm-hmm.
So first time orders. So if you have like brand new people, then as long as they buy something and they schedule an auto ship, right?
Yes.
So it's like, it's an auto ship order. Like their first time order still has to be an auto ship order. So that's all they have to do. And then, yeah. So anyway, support is going to be, they're already open, right? What day are we?
Yep.
I don't even know what day it is. It's been such a
Yeah.
wacky,
Yeah,
crazy
they're open. So if you do not understand if you do not understand, send a support ticket with the way that you are asking it and the way that you are wording it. And always know that you can reach out to your upline. But if you're still not understanding, send a scenario, send exact scenario that you're in and ask support. And you guys, it's up to us. I know that I am heavily, I feel like I haven't been able to catch up. I am heavily working on my customers organization, and trying to reach out and touch base with everybody. So I'm working on getting that organized. And now that the ultimate, like it snuck up on me. I feel like today snuck up on me because I was like, crap, today's registration day. And to be honest with you, I have not messaged a single person, because I've been like about the ultimate thriver today, because I've been worrying and trying to get myself organized, so that I could slam it out. But every day that I don't message people is a day that is cutting them short, on being able to register, and I don't want anybody to miss out. So, I mean,
We
I already
still
reached
have
out and
time.
talked to a lot of people. What was that?
I said we still have time, but I'm gonna give you guys a tip just because we've done this Ultimate Thriver thing like over and over. And the biggest thing I see for disqualifications is when people forget to run their auto ship. That's literally the only way that you can disqualify yourself, right? So what I recommended, like last night I was telling my team, I said, if you guys have people who are participating in the Ultimate Thriver, try to have them schedule their auto ships for the beginning auto ships of the month. That way you have like the 20th or the 25th to put one in just in case something goes wrong. This also helps too, like just kind of how you set up your businesses for the future. If you guys have a lot of early auto ships, you guys are that much closer to rank. I was somebody like back in the day when I was building, I was so heavy on the 25th. And guess what? I was always stressed out until the last auto ship ran. So don't do that, you guys. This is a little tip for you guys. Just have your people move them a little bit earlier. They will gladly do it. And especially during Ultimate Thriver, this kind of gives them a reason like, hey, you should run your auto ship a little bit earlier, just in case. You don't want to leave it too late, because if they forget to run it on the 25th, there's no more dates for the rest of the month, right? So just try to urge them to do that, just so they have some like wiggle room.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's a great idea. A very good solid plan. And that way, in case something declines or, anything happens, you have kind of a little bit of wiggle room to fix it. And yes, it's way better to be not as stressed towards the end of the month, especially if you're running close, it kind of gives you a better idea and sets you up. So vision boards, you guys, listen, if you already have created your vision board, just know like that's okay. You might still want to add to it. And my goals constantly change. And I have dreamt bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as the years have gone by, and kind of been able to think outside the box. The biggest thing I see with people when it comes to vision boards is they either don't make one, or if they make one, they make it and then they never look at it. They never put it somewhere that they're going to constantly see it. If you don't really have an office and you don't have a place that you can really, that you ultimately will see it all the time. I mean, I know people that put it in their bathroom, you guys. I know people that, if you don't have an office, like put it somewhere that you are going to see it. Hang it in your bedroom. Hang it in, depending on your living situation. Some people put it on the refrigerator. Okay. I had mine on my refrigerator for a long time. And it was just because it was like the central place. Like I was in there cooking. I was in the kitchen, like my kitchen was connected to my dining room. So I would see it on my refrigerator when I was sitting at at my table doing homework with my kids, or just at dinner or whatever. But it was somewhere that I knew that I could constantly see it, because I didn't really spend a lot of time in my office. But put it somewhere that you always see it. Another idea that I have seen throughout the years, and I don't have the slightest clue where the vision board is that I did this with, but it was a few years ago. I had an Ellen Condren calendar. Okay. And actually, you can do it in any calendar, but that's the one that I had at the time. And I actually did my vision board within like and I have the Commit 30 calendar, and you can have any kind. You can even do your vision board in like on the back side of your calendar. Okay. Or in the front side of your calendar or something like that. Somewhere that you are going to see it, look at it, reflect on it, mark things off of it. It can be a digital vision board. It can be an artsy crafty vision board. I have found that for me, I like to get something that is a visual. I personally like to make a big vision board, and then I like to print a picture of it, and I like to put the picture that I print of it in my calendar, like in here. So like as soon as I get done, that's actually what I did last year. I created my vision board, and I just disposed of it because in the move it kind of got destroyed. But I have to get a new one. I told Tim, I said, I gotta go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow because I haven't, because I want to get a great big one this year. And then I take a picture of it, and then I'm going to print the picture off, and I'm gonna put the picture of it in my calendar. All right. Yeah. They can put it as your home screen. You can do whatever you want, something to help you look at it. And it's super important because that kind of holds you accountable. It kind of reminds you of your dreams. And I've put things, I want to give you guys some different ideas that I've put on mine in the past. And then I have a lot of notes that I put down today of some different types of things that you can put on your vision board, because I think everybody thinks it's got to be huge things. In the past, I've put my weight loss goals, I've put my debt goals, I've put my team's goals, I've put home improvements that I wanted to accomplish, like redoing my kitchen, redoing my living room, building a deck. I put buying bedroom suits, you guys, for my kids, buying new living room suit, like new living room furniture. This year, I can tell you, this house that Tim, he inherited this house when his mom passed away. Him and I both gave our exes our homes in our divorces. So this house is older, and it does not have central air. Guess what's going on my vision board for this year? Central air will be in before springtime. This year, though, we built a wraparound deck onto the house. We built a bedroom onto the house for my youngest daughter. We transitioned a laundry room, you guys, into a bedroom for my oldest daughter. We literally bought living room furniture. We put a whole new bathroom and bathtub in. And these were things that we wanted to accomplish, right? And we had to set out for it. And this year, I have a lot of debt that I want to pay off. So I have a lot of notes, Jackie, and I'm going to break some things down. But before I get started on kind of going there with ways to kind of break it down, do you want to start off by giving some different tips and stuff that you have? Because like I said, I'm going to give in all areas of your life, not just business. I want to give you different ideas and then different ways of breaking them down. So I just figure I'd let you go ahead, and then I'll kind of take a jump in.
It's funny because what you say is literally how I operate. And I don't know if that's just because I grew up on Monday Night Motivational. Like I've told you this before. I have no idea if that's why, but I'm very, very similar. I know that Twin is my upline, if you guys don't know, but she has a tip for vision boards. And I know that hers is just to keep it very simple where you can see it and your goals are like laser focused. I've had all kinds of vision boards. My very first vision board that I did, I put my like next goals and stuff, and kind of just like what Amanda was saying, I put my whys and stuff were on there. What were the things that really made me want to do this business, and what did I like, if I hit a certain rank, or if I do achieve a certain like rank advancement bonus, or like if I do earn money, what am I going to put it towards, right? So those were the things that I put on my vision board, because that made me go harder, right? Like when I saw those things, I knew why I was doing these things. And a lot of the things were paying off debt, right? I put those things on there. Some of it was like dream places that I wanted to go. A lot of it was like savings. I never had a savings before Lavelle. I was just kind of always like in and out of the same couple $1,000s out of my bank account. Those are all things that you have a personal attachment and a personal why to. So if you guys see that, if you guys see it up there, it just kind of like it makes your feeling just a little bit stronger. And then like Amanda was saying, put it somewhere where you're going to put, or where you'll actually see it. I want to say Chastity Marie, who's one of our uplines as well, is the one that has hers in her bathroom, because that's where she goes all the time, which is really interesting. But I really liked Amanda's idea. I know that there's a lot of people that put their at least a copy of their vision board on their phone so that they actually see it all the time. I think that is a great idea as well. I personally, I've just always had mine at my office. When I didn't have my own office, I used to just have it near my desk. And I like to keep it like, your dreams don't have to be like super big. If you think that it's achievable this year, put it on there. And then just like some things, as far as like grabbing things so you guys can actually put them on your vision boards, I can't show you guys right this second, but I take a screenshot of the like PPA part, like your business snapshot, and I put the numbers that I want to have my PPA at for the 30, 60, and 90 days. Those were like little goals that I wanted. I wanted to put that on my vision board, so it was a part of that. I always put my team goals as well. Like I put how many, 12Ks I wanted, how many 40Ks, how many 80Ks. And you guys can go even as far as like, if you guys have a personally enrolled promoter, it doesn't even have to be a personally enrolled promoter, just anyone you really, really connect with that you're like, I really want this for them, put your team on your vision board, right? That was something that was really big. My team does that. Because they know, they're like, how am I going to get to where I want to go? I have to help other people. So they put their team on their vision board. Another thing, I don't know if you guys saw the holiday leaderboard. So the holiday leaderboard, there is PPA volume and VIP qualified, right? There was that little like dial that was there. And that thing motivates me. We don't get it every single month, but that thing really motivates me because me personally, I had helped somebody go VIP 800 this month, right? So when that green check mark checked off, I was like, holy crap. Like, wow, it just happened because she hit VIP. And I'm like, I actually want to do that every month, right? So that's something that really, I was just like, I saw that and I screenshotted it. I'm like, I'm going to put that on my vision board because that's part of one of my goals. Next year, I want to make sure that I can help one personally enrolled promoter go VIP 800. So just like those little goals and stuff for yourself. And I'm going to be completely transparent and honest with you guys. Okay. So I did the PPA thing that was like PPA 30, 60, 90, and I put 15 on there, right? I put 15. I want my 30-day PPA to be 15. Did I ever get to that? No, I didn't. So this is why it's like so important, you guys. Not that, maybe I can't, but everybody has different circumstances, right? If you guys are super busy, you can't beat yourself up when you didn't do certain things. Like, did I follow up with that many people in order for me to sign 15 people? Probably not, but I'm really busy, right? So that's why it's just so important, you guys. Try to keep your goals within reach. If I really push everything to the side and was like, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get 15 people on Thrive, write down the list, reach out to every single one of them, I probably could. But realistically, how this business fits into the nooks and crannies of my day, it wasn't like that. It was more of like I was signing like 4 people, 5 people, 7 people. Did it ever get to 15? No. But you guys, like, this is why, like, your vision board and stuff, like, keep it within reach because you're gonna feel that much better. I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at my vision board. I'm like, well, that went out the window trying to sign 15 people a month. Like, that's not even happening with you, Jackie. Like, what is going on? But just make it so it's like achievable for you, and that when it happens, you're gonna feel good about it. And if by chance, like, some of these things don't happen, don't beat yourself up about it, right? Like it's more of the accountability. When you look at it, you're like, well, did I really put in the work to get those kinds of efforts, right? But yeah, so anyways, those are a couple of tips for vision board stuff. And what you guys like, I mean, I'm just going to tell you what I felt was really good. The very first time I did a vision board, we had just finished the rank advancement season, and I went and I looked at my board and I was like, holy crap, that was 2019. Like, I need to like disassemble this thing right now and make a new one, because we're only through June, and I made my goals so like crystal clear and reachable, right? I didn't think that was gonna, it was just straight from the heart. Whatever your why is, right? I want to pay off that debt. I want to, whatever it is, you make it reachable. And that way, when it happens, you can celebrate, right? So yeah, anyways, Amanda, you can go. Yeah.
It's funny that you said it's because you probably grew up on the Monday motivational Zooms, because, for a lot of people that weren't here over the last, or that joined over the last year, they really haven't had that as much. So guys, this by far has been my fire has been lit since we restarted these Zooms. And it's because this is a love language of mine, is teaching and showing people and really seeing everybody hit their goals. And so I hope that this will help you guys break things down and really kind of realize, like, if you fall short, like Jackie was just saying, that's okay. That's all right, because you still, you're going to own up to, why did you fall short? Or are you doing the actions that it was taking in order to achieve it? Were you, what could you fluctuate? Could you change? And listen, sometimes life happens and you literally just didn't do the things that was going to help you get there. And I can tell you for myself personally, there were a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish business wise, that I didn't over this last year. And it's because I simply just did not do the things that it was going to take in order for me to achieve that. So I could sit here and beat myself up all day, or I could say, all right, we start at ground zero and we reset some goals and we get going again. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So I hope that each one of you guys will know that it doesn't matter where you're at right now, doesn't matter what you've been doing, to set those goals achievable. Quit beating yourself up for the things you haven't done at this point, and just set some new goals, and just kind of go from where you're at right now. All your team quit. You had a goal of like going 12K. All your team quit. Okay, scratch that. All right, you can still put 12K on there, but prior to that, let's focus on getting your VIP 800 again, your VIP 1600. Sure, you're not going to get those bonuses with it, but how good will it feel to achieve that VIP 800 and that VIP 1600 again, because you haven't done it maybe since you first came on. So set that maybe as a goal, and actually, even setting that as a goal monthly, each month, aiming to achieve VIP 800, aiming to achieve VIP 1600. And when you do that, maybe you celebrate or reward yourself in some way. And, the reward in itself is that you actually accomplish that. And that means that you're bringing in new customers, you're bringing in new team. And then you can also set a goal of helping those people achieve that VIP 800, VIP 1600. And then guess what's going to happen? You're going to end up going 4K, right? And then you're going to say, all right, I hit 4K again. Now I can reassess, how can I get to 12K? Well, who's going to be my 4Ks? And then breaking that down, to help yourself regain that momentum. And because that momentum is going to happen if you're doing the work right now, if you are growing your network, if you are talking to people, if you are building those things, set it up to succeed. Don't set yourself up for failure of saying, you're at zero volume right now and you want to go 200K next year. Okay, great. Now what's your roadmap look like to get there? Because if you put that roadmap on there, you can celebrate each win as you accomplish them. Accomplish them with the VIP 800, VIP 1600, 4K, 12K, 40K, 80K. And then as you have each one, maybe breaking that down, of putting your new 40K, your new 80K, like who are going to be those people. And maybe you don't know. Those people maybe haven't even joined you yet. And that's okay. But you want to help somebody go 40K this year, or you want to help somebody go 80K. And if you aren't going to be prepared to put in that work or that effort to achieve those great big goals, don't worry about it. Break it down to the smaller ones. And then if you achieve them, you add to your vision board. All right. You can add to your vision board. You don't have to put all of that on there. So let's talk about this a little bit, because I think, again, everybody can sometimes think that their vision boards only have to do with their business, but really, you guys, let's talk about that a little bit. So when it comes to things that's going to make you feel better, what about your personal health? Do you have personal health goals? Drinking more water. That was something that was on mine. Not only did I have a weight loss goal of like, I wanted to lose 100 pounds. And guess what I did? Instead of just having that 100-pound, I actually had like a little checkerboard, and I had it broke down into 10-pound increments. And every time that I achieved 10 pounds on that, I put a check mark through it. Okay. And I ended up achieving losing 134 pounds of it. Okay. So I went far beyond it. But guess what? I did not hit that 100 pounds when I originally put that on there. I didn't hit that 100 pounds. I fell short by 4 pounds, and I could have allowed myself to backslide, but I kept on going. And then I ended up achieving it like 2 weeks after the beginning of the year, So I definitely put like a little bit of that. So some health goals. I'm just going to give you guys some ideas. And again, you can do paper copies, you can do digital copies, you can go and cut out magazines, you can find stuff around your house, you can draw it, you can write it. It doesn't have to be pictures. Personally, I like to see pictures of stuff, even if it's not the actual picture of what I'm going to do. Like I took a picture out of a magazine of a porch, a wraparound porch. I took pictures out of a magazine for a bathtub, and it wasn't the actual bathtub I put in, but it symbolized a new bathroom, right? So it can be anywhere, shape, or form. Health goals, some health goals and things like that. Maybe you want to get into yoga. Maybe you want to drink more water. Maybe you want to meal prep, start meal prepping. Maybe you want to take your vitamins every day, take your Thrive every single day. Maybe you want to eliminate a bad habit. Maybe you want to quit smoking. Maybe you want to quit drinking pop or soda, whichever you call it. Maybe you want to go for a walk daily. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Jackie, can you talk for just 1 second? I'm sorry. It's my kid.
Yes. Okay, so I mean, just to kind of add on that, I don't know if I'm going to take anything away from Amanda, but yes, being super balanced is so important. Like when you guys think about your vision and stuff, like your business alone is not like you just wanting to hit a certain rank is not going to take you there, right? You have to have a personal attachment to kind of why you have that on your vision board. And like she was saying, like there's like your health goals, obviously like your business goals, like which would be towards this, or maybe it might even be your job at work, right? Maybe you want to get a promotion, and that would have to do with like being the best person that you could possibly be, being in a super good mood and performing at that job, right? Your finances, that would be like either like saving or maybe like paying off certain debt to put you in a more comfortable position. Personal development is a big one. Spiritual development is a big one. If you guys have like self work to do, things that you feel like you might need to heal from, that might be something that you want to put on your vision board, something you want for you, right? And then, of course, there's relationships, family and friends, and then fun and recreation. This is not just all like serious stuff, right? If there's something really fun that you have always wanted to do, like let's just say if it's like your 40th birthday coming up and you have never been to Vegas and you want to go, put that on your vision board. Those are the things that are going to propel you. And then also like if you guys have never qualified for a lifestyle getaway before, put it on there. Even if you know you're going to do it, I mean, even if you know that you're about to achieve something like next week, just put it on there, right? Just put it on there. Another thing, of course, would be Thrive Palooza. If you guys have never like been and it's on your, if it's in your vision to go, put it on there. Oh yeah, tickets went on sale today, by the way. We'll get to that towards, later. But yeah, so those are all things that and I didn't just make this stuff up, you guys. I got this planner. Like, it's just a planner that I got, and a lot of planners have this, but it asked me like, what are my goals, and it had all these things listed. I'm like, cool, perfect. So that just helped me brainstorm what it is that I want to do for the year of 2022. Right. So yeah, you guys can break those down. And again, like, you guys just keep it simple. If it comes down to your goals with family and friends, just think of 3 things you want to achieve for the year, right? 3 things in every category that you want to achieve. And then, like, anytime you feel like you're lost, like you've lost your way, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, like, I really need to get back to myself, you can pull that out and then just start somewhere, right? So go ahead, Amanda.
Yeah, no, that was great stuff. And sorry, there's like 8 of us in the house, and my kid has to ask me for the Netflix username and password. And not only did she text me, but she called me then. I didn't answer quick enough. And I'm like, they could ask anybody in the house. It had to be me. But no, yeah, I mean, the thing is breaking stuff down like that, and just being achievable. And I love that you said it could be something that you're going to achieve next week, because again, that's something that you're going to get the mark off of it, and being able to look back and say, I did this. That's huge. Oh, and something you just said reminded me, and I'm glad that it did. Sit down with your kids, sit down with your family, and see what their goals are, see what it is that they want to accomplish, because you're going to need that support, especially if you're going for some really big goals. Getting them on board and letting them know, if you are needing to set time away to work, sometimes your family can be like, oh, mom, all you're doing is overworking. Making sure they understand, what you're doing is to help them be able to accomplish this as well, or your family to be able to go on a trip, or maybe your daughter or son have an activity that they want to participate in, and this is going to allow you guys to be able to not only do it, or not for them to only do it, but you to be able to purchase, I don't know if any of your kids play travel sports, but they're very expensive. And just even going and traveling to all the different places, this is something that some people do, get a side gig so that they can be able to pay for those things. So making sure they understand. So, you're going to have movie night. Oh, that was another thing too, for on your dream board. Maybe you want to set aside time. Maybe you've realized like all you've been doing is working. Okay. And you need to set some boundaries. All right. You need to set some boundaries. That was a big one for me, you guys. I used to work so much, especially early on. It's not something I'm proud of, that I forgot to spend time with those that matter most, and those that I was doing this business for. And I came up with a rule probably about the time that my dad passed away, about the time I joined Lavelle, that I said that my daughter would never look up and see my head in the phone at her ball games. All right. Never. All right. Now, if she is not playing, okay, and they're like switching innings, then I might be in my phone for a minute. Okay. But if she is on the field or she was playing a game, I'll be damned if she was going to look up and my head was going to be in the phone. I wanted to be present when I was with my children. Okay. And so that was something that I think is super duper important, that maybe you are guilty of yourself, of not, when somebody talks to me, I also had to learn to put my phone down, because I would be answering a message and I would get so caught up in my message that somebody could be talking to me and I didn't hear a word that they said. And while that's okay, and it happens sometimes, I actually told Tim, I said, if I'm ever doing something and you're trying to get my attention and I don't hear you, before you get mad, say, Amanda, I'm trying to talk to you. And then give me the chance to say, oh, and I'll stop. And then I'll listen so that my attention is there, because I know that I was guilty of that in friendships, in relationships, and with my kids. Okay. So, and that's important because to have a healthy home life is going to help you propel you in your business. All right. So make sure that you're factoring in those things as you're setting these goals. Have non-negotiables. I literally will not, I put my phone down at night now. I used to not. I used to check it all night long, but now I have a time that I go to bed. And now don't get me wrong, if Tim goes to sleep and I end up waking up or I'm still awake, I will pick up my phone. I will respond to messages. I will do stuff, but I do not feel guilty anymore for going to bed. I used to feel guilty for sleeping. That is awful. But I did. I felt guilty for sleeping. I felt guilty for not responding to messages. I have so many messages that I have missed that I will straight up tell you, if you have messaged me something that is that important and I do not reply or I do not open it, send it again. Send me a little bump up message, because I get so many messages that it's impossible sometimes to read them all and to reply back to people. You guys, one person, all you would do is sit there and reply to people. So if it's something super important, just bump it, send it again, and don't beat yourself up about it. Okay. Because you're only human. All right. So let me get back to some of these things. I talked about some healthy habits. Maybe you want to exercise, maybe you want to walk, maybe you want to start, get into doing a 5K. These are just different ideas, because while you're working on your business ones, and we're going to get into more business ones here in a second. But while you're working on those, don't forget to set things for your mind, your health, maybe financial, maybe family goals, friendship. All right. I'm really bad about the friendship. Setting time aside to spend time with my friends outside of my business friends. You guys, I'm really guilty of that. So if you're maybe that person too, maybe you write it intentionally that you reach out to a close friend of yours once a week that you haven't talked to. Because again, happy life, kind of like the happy life, happy wife, happy life type thing, right? Same thing. All right. So let's see. Some personal development goals. Those are excellent to add on here as well. Some personal development goals that you can maybe or might think of doing. Learning something new every day. Figuring out somebody that find a mentor, you guys. And it does not have to be a mentor in this business necessarily, but somebody that inspires you, that drives you, that pushes you. Finding a mentor can be a game changer. All right. Can absolutely be a game changer for you. Define your core values. All right. What is it that is absolutely important to you? If you've never defined your core values, I challenge you to do that. All right. I'm not even going to say anything more about them, but I challenge you to do that because it's super duper important. A positive attitude. Okay. Something that 100% will make or break you is your attitude and your effort. Okay. So if you know already that you are somebody that tends to have a lot of negative friends around you or negative people in your life, make it a goal that every week on your timeline, on social media at least, okay, it can be in your personal life, whatever way works best for you. But that's going to have to come to setting boundaries, just straight up telling people or distancing yourself. But if it's on social media, start snoozing those people. Every week, once a week, you're going to go through your timeline, or every day even. And if somebody is just completely negative, you're going to snooze them so that you're not feeding your mind all that negativity. I hope this kind of has given you guys some ideas of things that you can put on your vision board. Waking up early, making your bed every day. These things all set you up to feel accomplished. All right. And when you feel accomplished, you can achieve your goals a lot better. I really liked Jackie's 30, 60, 90 day, whether that's PPA, whether you're setting an amount of 3-day minis that you're getting out. I try not to set numbers like Jackie was mentioning. I try not to set actual numbers of people that sign. I do set numbers when it comes to minis going out and stuff like that, because I can't control if somebody signs, but I can control how many people I talk to. So, the dog's going crazy. Jackie, will you take her? I'm so sorry. I'm going to go out there real quick and shut the door. My door opened up.
So yeah, like kind of like, it's so funny. There goes the dog. No, but what Amanda was saying, like she is right. Like, just like how many people are you actually talking to? And then like, just hold yourselves accountable. Like if those numbers, and this is something I love to teach, and what I like to share with you guys is that, whether you are a 200K, whether you have like 1 million in volume running through your organization, like I do, I'm doing the same exact things that you guys are doing. Okay. So I don't do anything different. My goals are still the same as you guys. I still have to send out many experiences. I still have to do the follow-up with all the people. I still have to do all these things to build my business as well. So like, and for me, like a good PPA for me at this point, like, well, because I've literally talked to everybody that everyone knows in my network that I'm thriving. So in order for me to, if you guys ever hit that wall, you guys have to talk to more people. And kind of what Amanda was saying, if your goal is to talk to more people every single month, that's going to help you guys grow your business. And she's right. We can't control when somebody's actually going to sign up, right? You guys might have people that you talked to 6 months ago and they're finally signing up right now, but you can control how many people you talk to, how much effort you put in, like, talking to people. And it doesn't just have to be that you're excellent at going online and like reaching out to people through your social media. It could be anybody in person, right? So mini experiences are always big. If you haven't sent out any in a long time, I mean, you guys can, like, something about this business that I found is that you guys just have to get really good at being accountable, right? Like thinking about, what is it that I didn't do? Like my business is slow right now. What is it that I didn't do? I haven't sent out a mini in a long time. I forgot to follow up with this customer. It's all about accountability. And once you guys actually can pinpoint, okay, I forgot to do this, like, let me get back and do this. That's when your business starts taking off. You can literally pick up your business from nowhere, right? You can literally take a break and if you if life happened to you and you were out for like a month, and when you finally come back into this, you can literally pick up and just start, right? Hold on one second. Somebody is not muted. Let me see what else is in here in the comments. Okay, oh my God, me too. Let's see what else is in here. Okay, so back to vision board stuff. Yeah, so I personally don't just make everything about Lavelle. I mean, obviously cool, but it's got to have some personal aspects to it. And then put it somewhere where you can definitely see it. And I'm trying to think of what else is good about vision boards. Do you guys have any questions? I was actually working on my vision board as we were speaking, and I'm somebody who's very visual, so I literally screenshot the things and I just put the numbers on there of how much PPA or whatever. It doesn't have to just be PPA. It could even be a picture of yourself with the rank that you want to achieve this year, right? And even if I mean, obviously everybody wants to be a 200K, right? Everybody wants to be a 80K, 40K. Everybody wants to go to all those ranks, but even if you just put the next one, just so you have it visual, right? Just so you have it visual. And then once you actually achieve that rank, go and print out the next rank and put it on top of it, right? Okay, so could putting a goal of doing 3 Thrive posts a day? Yeah, I mean, you can put whatever you want on your vision board because it's literally, it's literally for you, right? And okay, so Ona, that is a good question. And posting, obviously, you guys can post as much as you want on your social medias, right? But for me, when I think about like posting three Thrive posts, I kind of just break it out like everywhere, right? Sometimes I'll do the feed. Stories is kind of like a must. And then everything else, I kind of add me. Like, let's just say if I do 10 stories, if I was doing 10 stories a day, like 3 of them would be related to Thrive, and they might be all in different aspects of Thrive. One of them might be like, hey, I took my Thrive this morning. The next one might be, there might be a promo that I'm like promoting about, right? Like, oh, here's Ultimate Thriver. The next one might be, when is the next opportunity call that you can actually get somebody on? So, I mean, it all comes pretty natural, right? And then everything else, like, don't beat yourselves up about it. You don't even have to think too much about it, right? Like, if you just like kind of guide with that, you guys are thriving every single day, post about that, and then add in your like normal life too, and it'll like flow really well. But hopefully that helped you with that. But yeah, 3 Thrive posts a day. There you go.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing, you guys. You're not gonna have a right or wrong answer. Whatever's gonna make you get consistent. I don't. Hmm. I don't make
Exactly.
I don't make three Thrive posts a day, but I did at one point in time in my business, and I probably overwhelmed the crap out of people, maybe making it in 3 different locations, or whatever you want to do. You're not going to have a right or wrong as long as you're getting consistent. That's really what it comes down to, making sure people know that you are serious, like you're going to achieve your goals and you're going to help other people achieve their goals. And I think that's really what you want to accomplish, but it's really more than about posting. So I hope that you guys get that out of your head. There's so much more to being successful in this business than just a post of what to say.
Can I add something too of what not to do? Okay, guys, do not post one thing on your story about Thrive and disappear. Like, just for one day. So if somebody goes on your story and they see one Thrive post and then nothing else, that is not effective, you guys. Absolutely not. I want you guys to actually, like, if you guys are going to do that one thing, post other things. They do not have to be Thrive related, but give them something to look at, like 3 or 4 stories of just like other things with Thrive snuck in there. I can't tell you how many times I see this. I'm like, what on earth did I just watch right now? Yeah. Why does this make me want to reach out to anybody? So do not just do the one post. Like, definitely stick some things, like stick it in the middle of some stuff. Yeah. So
and I'm glad you said that, because I realized after you said that maybe what I said could have come off wrong or different to different people. So when I said I don't make 3 Thrive posts a day, I meant on my timeline. So like stories is a whole different ball game. I don't flood my news feeds on either or on any of my platforms on my actual timelines with Thrive post daily. Okay. But I do. Stories is a different ball game. And I myself actually have on my vision board, because I have slacked on my stories on all ins. Okay. Like, my stories look, they're non-existent basically right now. They're non-existent. Okay. So that is something that is a very big goal for me, because I was really good about stories. And guess what I'm going to do to start? I am going to pull my old stories, and the ones that I can use, I'm going to repurpose and reuse. But I'm getting my game plan together and I used to have, and this is something that you can add to your to your goal list, to your vision board, is creating a daily checklist of very basic things. Okay. And then saying, did I do my checklist today? Right. And then maybe you allow yourself one day that, you give yourself the day off or something like that. Okay. So like, if you accomplish 6 days this week, you could take a day where you slack a little bit or whatever. Okay. It doesn't have to be full speed every single day or anything like that. But I personally like to have a little checklist, and I used to do it. There's an app, and I don't use the app anymore, so I don't even know what one would be called, but I know there's multiple out there of types of, like, you check it off basically. Like, I would put, I followed 100 people today on Instagram. I interacted with 20 people's posts. I added X amount of friends. I went through and like maybe I did a live today, or I did now I would incorporate how many TikToks I did or how many reels I did. So I am in the process right now of creating my game plan list of what I want to accomplish every single day. Because right now I slacked. I have no game plan. All right. I have just been basically putting stuff out there, but nothing that has been consistent. Like I'm consistent on making posts, but I'm not consistent right now with my game plan. And because of that, it is disaster. It is non-effective. It is not effective. I don't care who you are. If you do not have a game plan, a list for yourself, and it doesn't have to be an actual list, but if you do not have a routine of what you do on a daily basis for your business, it's kind of like going into work, clocking in and not doing your job. All right. You're not going to get paid if you just kind of sit on your butt the whole day, right? So if you're not creating that game plan, you're not accomplishing it. So that may be something too that you want to add to your vision board. And listen, you guys, your goals are going to be achieved, like your business goals are going to be achieved by you actually doing those things, making sure that you're intentional, making sure you're consistent, making sure that you're making connections. Those things are going to only be achieved by actually doing the work that it's going to take to get there. So maybe something else that you add to your vision board could be how many books you've read. All right. Like maybe you want to read a personal development book. I'm going to set a low goal, which maybe is a high goal for some, but maybe, or whatever, maybe just say you want to read at least one personal development book a month. All right. Now, some people might read one personal development a week. Does that mean that you are not as committed or dedicated if somebody else is reading a book a week and you're reading a book a month? You guys, I'm a slow reader. So it is a major accomplishment for me to read an entire book in a month. Okay. A major accomplishment for me to read it. Yes, a whole month it would take me. Okay. Because my attention span is like this. I've never even read a whole book. I like skip pages all the time. What'd you say, Jackie?
I wanted to add something, like just to add on to what you said, like having a little list for yourself. It's basically like a little IPA, which is income producing activity list. They're extremely effective, you guys. I have tested this out with myself because as organized as I might like look or seem, I'm not. I just kind of like, I lose track of things very easily. But guess what? I can also pick things up very easily too. So you guys, if you guys can make like a simple, like even 5-task thing that if you were like, holy crap, I need to work my business, take out those 5 things and do it, right? Where you can pick it up any day of the week, anytime, and that if you do it, it's going to propel you forward. So these little IPA lists are absolutely, they work, they're incredible. And then 2 last things before I when you guys are thinking about your vision board, I want you guys to think about what are you passionate about and what brings you joy in life, right? So think about that. That's something that you guys, okay, well, this is what, that's going to help you guys think about what you want to put on there, right? And then the next thing, like for your goals for 2022, skills to learn. What skills and habits do you guys want to like adopt for the next year, right? So those 2 things alone, I mean, just skills that you guys want to learn and habits that you guys want to change. This is huge. Anytime for like even, going into your New Year's resolutions and stuff, think about what you guys want for that and then put those things on your vision board, right? Keep it very, very simple and clear. I mean, 2022 is not that long, you guys. 365 days is not that long, right? Think about what you guys can do in that year's time without crowding and like putting too much pressure on yourself. So
yeah, I'm really glad that you literally said exactly what you just said, because I think that so many people, they and actually Katie Sue said it over here, think about how it's going to make you feel when you accomplish it. And so when you said that, it took me right back to something that, like she said, right at the very beginning of this Zoom, because when you do these things, you guys, it's going to set the mood for what it is that you're like for your year, for your accomplishments. And you actually, and that's another thing too. When you sit down to do your vision board, maybe sit down where it's like you have an evening that you light some candles in your room, some good smelling stuff, I don't know, that you can relax, that you can allow yourself to get focused, and kind of your mindset clear. Don't sit down and make it just to make it. Okay. Like, don't sit down because you have to get it done today. All right. You're going to stress, and then you're going to half-ass it. You're not going to put things on there that you're going to like just find yourself just throwing together. And when you kind of like do that, it's sloppy. It's, you know, it's just not, it just doesn't have that good feeling, right? It goes right back to that feeling. And I want to show you guys something that I did many years ago. It was not a vision board, but, and many of you guys have probably seen this before, but I'm going to go right here to my photos on my Facebook. I'm going to go to my upload or my albums, and I'm going to go to my cover photos. All right. And I want to challenge you guys to consider this. What is your current cover photo on your Facebook? All right. And I'm just using Facebook because I have utilized my cover photo on my Facebook for when people come to my page, what they know represents me. All right. So I want you to think about that. Like, and we might get into that a little bit more later on. But it had to do with my goals, right? So I either like to use like a quote or something to do with my family or whatever. But one time I decided I was going to put this out there because I wanted to be accountable. I wanted to put a far, like a goal that was major and obtainable, or, all right, I didn't know how attainable it was, but I was determined that I was going to do it. And I wanted the world to know that I was going to accomplish it. So I'm going to share that goal with you now. And I'm going to show you what it looked like. And I'm going to tell you that I accomplished it. Okay. But I did not accomplish it. I'm just waiting for my phone to load. I did not accomplish it when I wanted to, but I did accomplish it because I kept on going for it. Okay. So even though I fell short and I was nowhere close to it, I did end up accomplishing it. And there's something about this goal that I want to share. All right. You probably won't be able to see this. Okay. But can you tell this is my bathroom mirror? Can you tell that's like a bathroom mirror in there? Okay. And can you tell there's handwriting on that mirror? Yes, maybe. Okay. All right. Can you see that there's a date? Or no, there is not a date on there. Okay. Yes, there is. I put a year. Okay. This was a 2016 goal. You see 2016 right there. Okay. So this is what it says. Believe in yourself. I am ambassador. This was in my last company. 2016. I wanted to be a top 50 earner, making $40,000 a month. And then I wrote, you can do this. It was like a 3-pang, like my mirror was 3 different sections. Okay. So I wrote something in each section. Right below where I wrote this, and this is something I want you to see. Do you see this handwriting right here? Oh, crap. You see this handwriting right here? My daughter came in on that mirror in the bathroom that her and my youngest shared. So it was our upstairs bathroom. And she wrote, you can do this. I believe in you, Layla. So not only was I putting that goal out there that I wanted to achieve this crazy goal, you guys, this crazy goal. At the time that I wrote that, this was wrote January 15th, 2016. 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later is when my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Okay. I did not achieve that goal. I ended up being in the top 150 money earners. And I actually think I ended up at like 121, like out of the 150 or something like that in the company. I did not achieve the $40,000 a month. At that time, my highest check that year was $23,000 a month. Okay. Which a lot of you guys are like, right? Like, cause I was like that too. My mind was like blown, but like, so I hit about half, all right, of that. But my daughter writing it, and I wrote on here, this right here makes it all worth it. My oldest daughter wrote this on my mirror because every day when she would go into the bathroom, she would see that. Okay. So not only did I put it out there for myself, not only did my kids now know that mommy was working towards this and this is what I wanted to achieve. It wasn't just on my vision board. This was part of my vision board, but I took it to that next level where I put it in the bathroom like Chas does, right? Now my kids saw it. Now I really needed to aim for accomplishing it. I wanted everybody else to see it. So I made it my cover photo on Facebook. All right. Guess what? I had no choice. I needed to accomplish that. I wanted to accomplish it, not because of the dollar amount, but because I knew if other people in that company could do it, I could too. A year later, actually, a year to the day later, I joined Lavelle. All right. Now there's a lot of reasons why that happened, but I needed a reset. I needed a fresh start. And that company no longer aligned with my core values. And that is a major reason why I needed to make a shift and change. And anyways, I did accomplish that goal in 2017. So I did not accomplish it in 2016, but I did accomplish that goal in 2017. I did hit the top of the company actually on March 24th, 2017 of Lavelle. Okay. Because I told you guys before I hit 200K in 9 weeks. So I want you to know you're going to have people coming in January, you guys, that are going to be on fire. They're going to be on fire, but only if you recruit people. And by recruit people, by you yourself setting major goals for yourself, by you yourself claiming it, by you yourself letting the world know you're going to take them on this journey, or they're going to come along with you. So once you get this vision board done, I want to encourage you to put it, again, maybe take a major goal like that. It might not be financial. It might be something else. Put it on a bathroom mirror. Even if the rest of it's not on it, put it on the bathroom mirror. Put it in your car. Maybe you put it on your, you know, maybe if you drive a lot, you put it on your little mirror, your up above, or maybe you put a little picture. Tim has a picture of me hanging in his work truck. So, because he wants to see me every single day when he gets in there and he drives and he travels.
He better.
Yeah, but you know, it's like one of our goals this year is that we're going to get married, you know, and what's that look like for us? And
Do
I
it
know
at lifestyle getaway so we can all go.
Yeah, but then my kids couldn't be there, and that's like a major thing. That's one of the big things. And I also think I just want to get married right here on his mom's property. And yeah, so but we're gonna wrap it up. But I want to challenge you guys that once you create your vision board, to share it. I'm going to be asking for it come January 1st. I'm going to be putting on a post on the Dream Team 2020. Well, I guess we're going to have to change it to 2022 now, but and well, we're in the process of recreating that page, but I'm going to be putting it out there that I want to see your goals, but I want to challenge you to put it out there for the world to see. It doesn't have to be all of your goals. You don't have to put your entire vision board, but I want to challenge you to put some of those visions out there for everybody to see, because that's going to make you more accountable. It's going to make other people know that you're serious, you're going places. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to attract people to you. Because if people only join people that know where they're going. If you're running around lost like a puppy dog and like you don't know what you're doing, you're going to have a hard time gaining confidence of other people to join you. All right. Gain some confidence in yourself. You're here right now. You have the tools. That person that joined you is going to be able to join on these Zooms. They're going to have the same access to the team pages, the same cloud office. They're going to have the same tools that you have. Okay. Each one of us has those same tools. And if somebody else has more tools, it's just because they looked for them. So I promise you guys, you absolutely can do this. You absolutely, I want to see everybody's vision boards come the beginning of the year. I'm going to be asking to see them, but I want to challenge you guys for your own business, for your own personal life, for your own sake of achieving those goals, to put them out there, at least some of them, for the rest of the world to know. And I guarantee you're going to find people are going to be accountable. Maybe you make that as a poll. How many people make vision boards? Find out who your dreamers are. Find out who those people are on your timeline right now that are setting major goals for themselves. And when they say that, yes, they do, ask them some of their major goals they have for 2022. Get those conversations started. And guess what? Bringing up some of the things that you might have the ability to achieve extra income, the ability to achieve a healthy lifestyle. All right. I promise you guys, it's going to be worth it. Set the roadmap to where you're going, because like I said, if you know where you're going, other people are going to be more likely to follow along, and then more likely that you're going to achieve those things. So is there anything else that you can think of, Jackie? Because we did go a little bit over. I'm super sorry. My dog went crazy. My kid needed passwords. Welcome to mom land, right? It's kind of crazy town.
Well, I think that was a beautiful way to kind of end off this Zoom. I do have a couple reminders before we like get off. But I feel like I have 2 feet on the ground and I'm ready to run. I don't know about you guys. That's literally how I feel after hearing all the things I just heard come out of Amanda's mouth. Literally ready to go, but we're not quite done yet. I mean, we still have the end of the year, the end of the month to kind of wrap up. Tomorrow's going to be payday, so that is super exciting. That's going to be your last payday for the year of 2021. Make your payday post. Also, Lisa Fuller's birthday is actually today. It's her birthday today.
It's Tim's birthday today too. How did I not realize? I knew that they shared the same birthday.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I've been celebrating birthday all day today.
It's Lisa Fuller's birthday today. She's one of our millionaire uplines as well. She hosts a Zoom tomorrow. It's our leadership Zoom at like 9 a.m. I'm always on that one. So if you guys have never hopped on that one, hop on. Also wish her happy belated when you guys see her there. But yeah, payday tomorrow. We are wrapping up month end. I mean, we talked mostly about getting ready for the beginning of the year. We didn't even talk about month end, but if you guys ever need anything, reach out to your upline support. It doesn't matter how busy they are, just go reach out to them, right? You guys will never get answers if you guys don't reach out. So if you guys need help with anything, if anybody is in your waiting room, definitely make sure that you guys are thriving for free. Make sure you have those 2 customers at least. Make sure you're qualified and active. Also, if you have any customers who had one referral that bought, try to get them to get the next one as well. With New Year's coming up, New Year's Eve is going to be on Friday. So try to wrap up anything you guys need to before then. I always like to get the hard stuff done early. And then on the 31st, I'm never not working my business. It's just a matter of how much, right? So on the 31st, people still have access to me. If they ask me a question, it takes 2 seconds for me to answer it. Cool. But I get all the hard stuff, like actually following up with people and all the other stuff, right? Done early. I encourage you guys to do the same. And then this Saturday, we're going to be in a whole brand new year and a whole brand new month, you guys. And Ultimate Thriver is the registration started today. Of course, all photos and stuff need to be updated by the 4th. So there's that. And then Thrivepalooza tickets just went on sale as well. So VIP tickets, I believe, are still available. If you guys are anyone that purchases VIP tickets, they're there. The general admission, they'll probably be up for a while. But yeah, that might be a point if you guys need to save up for your Palooza tickets and stuff. Definitely get those sooner than later. And I don't think, let me think what else. I think that's about it. Oh yeah. And then Ultimate Thriver, there is a brand new package for Ultimate Thriver. It includes Heat, Sculpt, and the Thrive Fit line. So that is something that your people can be looking at as well. Yes, Jana just said as well. Yeah, the Ultimate Thriver package. So go check that out in the cloud office and then enjoy your New Year's, you guys. We will see you next year. And then also, what else? I think that's about it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going
Yeah,
on
no,
right
you
now.
wrapped it up like perfectly. And I'm really glad you guys don't forget waiting room times and all of that good stuff. Stacy always posts the post up to kind of remind you of waiting room times. And yeah, I mean, it's New Year's Eve, you guys. So just remember, like, get as much stuff done as you possibly can. Not because you won't be working, but because other people might be checked out. All right. They like, I'm talking about your people that you're following up with. So follow up with them during the day, follow up with them before the last day of the month. Just get on the ball, get all those people, check the people that need to, that want to be thriving for free, that aren't thriving for free, get those names out there, drop that stuff now, and really hit hard on focusing that. Not only can that bump your volume, it can get people, their product for free. Okay. And everything else. So make sure you're thriving for free as well. All right, guys, have an amazing night. Get those goals out there, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye, guys.